Alright, what's going on, everybody? We are doing more Premier Division Group A. We've got Tatanka versus Arilou here for you. Best of 5. Let's get her going. Spawning on the left in the blue, Tatanka, and over on the right in the red, Arilou. Alright, both of these players with different takes on the meta deck, or at least this general style. Tatanka, without the moles, though. I think somebody pointed out in chat earlier that Tatanka generally does not like using moles, or is trying to figure out ways to play without them. Big difference here is Wolf versus Boar. If we get to tier 3 situations, also the fact Arilou has moles and Tatanka does not. However, Tatanka does have turrets, so if he places those well, positions his army correctly, he could hold off a big mole push with the help of the turrets. I don't know. It's tough. I like the fact that Arilou has moles better, but I like the fact that Tatanka has the boar better. So we'll have to see how this one plays out. Map looks fine. I think I like it a little better for Arilou. This is a nice second base here over on the side. This one's not even too bad either. It does have an attack path into it, but it is a choke. So that's a nice defender's advantage there with the concave situation going on. Meanwhile, Tatanka's second base is on the low ground, which is never fun, but it is over in the corner, pretty far away from Arilou, so I don't feel too bad about that second base. Same with the third. The third's not horrible. It could be better. You never like having this ledge here, but that's a hard ledge for Arilou to take advantage of with all the shrubbery there. Quick cam out of Tatanka. Meanwhile, Arilou gonna take the mill. Again, no moles out of Tatanka, so does not have the opportunity to just YOLO mole push in if Arilou gets greedy. And Tatanka's just going to take his own mill. So overall, I like this build a little better for Arilou, I want to say. He's going to get that second base up and running a little faster, and I think that's going to matter more than having the chameleons out quicker, because most likely Tatanka will not use these chameleons until Arilou has his own chameleons anyways. A couple mines on the map. These are good mines. Tatanka will rally through these. And actually not going to be the best hits. One squirrel, trade 1 for 1. And Tatanka is actually going to try to take advantage of the tech tempo here. He does have the cam out before Arilou does. And he's going to go for it. And look at this, getting a lot of damage done. 2 pigs, keeps the cam alive. Arilou's in hot water. Nicely done by Tatanka. Yeah, great push there from Tatanka. I was just not expecting him to actually use the tempo advantage of the faster cam, but he did. And he used it quite nicely. So Tatanka is in the lead here. Arilou taking a bit of a risk going up to double cam, but I love risks when you're behind. You got to do something to catch up. And Arilou is going to go into double cam. And it's going to pay off as Tatanka is deciding to go into double cam as well. Tatanka a bit in the lead on economy at the moment also. So yeah, nice little advantage from Tatanka here. Arilou's got a black eye, but he's not knocked out just yet. And Arilou going ahead and saturating up the second base is a nice way to try to catch up here. So we're into 8 farm, second base economy, 16 farms. Now the question is, when and where will Tatanka throw the boar down? Some good mines coming out of Arilou here. And will Arilou try to go for a third base or go for the wolf? So there's the boar, right on cue. Arilou really needs to scout this, and he does. So I'm really excited for this game because I want to see how Arilou holds this push. Lots of cams, lots of falcons, I'd imagine. Good mine placement. This is a very strong push right now. I mean, Tatanka doesn't have moles, but he's got plenty of cams. This cam, falcon, boar push is quite effective. And Arilou's going to try to hold this off with pure tier 2. He did not go for the wolf. So 6 cam, 6 falcon is what the doctor ordered for Arilou here. Even taking this mill, he's probably hoping that the attack... Well, actually, probably not. He wants the attack to come from here and hit the mines. And let's see... Boar's got about 20 more seconds left. So Arilou's not going to be able to get out all the tier 2, but he should have most of it. Actually, by the time that boar slumps over to the other side of the map, very slow unit, I think Arilou will have his 6-6. Nice snipe there with the chameleons, and gonna get away. Very important. If Arilou loses these cams, that's game. So Arilou actually did kind of bait Tatanka to come in this way. Alright, Arilou, it seems like he really wants to fight with the mill. Oh, Arilou needs to be careful, though. Oh, no, don't mess this engagement up, Arilou. I need to see this for science. He is not going to fight. He is going to say, I can't beat the boar. Instead, he's playing Ring Around the Rosie and trying to base race here. Oh, this is so interesting. Okay. So Arilou actually doesn't lose too much there. A couple squirrels going to get bleeded off. Where are Arilou's falcons? He just hasn't rallied them yet at all. Oh, man. Yeah, so Arilou's not even going to try to fight this. I wonder why he's keeping his falcons at home. He is trying to base race, but these turrets don't matter too much since they can just stealth and walk by. But I think Tatanka wins the base race. So I'm a little bit sad because I was really hoping to see, because I like Arilou's comp, and I actually run it a lot myself. I was really hoping to see how Arilou deals with the boar push, but Arilou's answer was, I'm not going to deal with the boar push. He did not fight it. Instead, he tried to base race and ended up failing there. So 1-0 victory from Tatanka. And let's hop into game number 2. Over on the right-hand side, Tatanka, and over on the left, Arilou. Arilou subbing in the Skunks, which I was told the other day is a good answer for the board push. So Arilou kind of identified, all right, Tatanka wants to play standard board pushy. Let me get into Skunks. That'll help me with that. Weird map. Kind of symmetrical in a way. It's just like a donut. Maybe I'm hungry. Now I want a donut. There's just gristmills all around the corners. 2 big attack paths. This is actually kind of a really cool map. I like it a lot, the more I look at it. Like, both players have this kind of forward base they can take if they choose to. If not, they got safer bases in the back. But not too safe, because there is this attack path back here, which is really going to favor Tatanka more than Arilou. Because Tatanka's got the lizards, he's got the turrets. Both these things are going to be better both on offense and defense with that little back alley. A little bit of mole shenanigans here. No harm, no foul. Arilou bleeding out. A little bit of damage for the attempt. "16 farm into boar is the build to beat," says Mishi. Yeah, I agree. Or even 8 farm boar. I've seen a lot too. It's a bad mad donut, but still delicious. I think it's generally the boar push is the build to beat right now. The boar push is the new wolf owl snake. Who will be the champion who can dismantle it? Like Mishi did a couple seasons ago. Alright. Macro from both sides. And I have heard that the Skunks are a good answer to it, so I'm actually hoping we see that this game. Tatanka with the lizards, as I was talking about. Oh man, this is bad for Arilou. He doesn't have any units. Arilou went full greed. Oh no. And Arilou's aware of that back alley, and oh, he just taps out. No. Oh, brutal. F in chat for Arilou. 2-0 for Tatanka. Let's get into game number 3. Over on the left-hand side, Tatanka. And over on the right, Arilou. Okay. Yeah, I love this. This is the map. This is the match I want to see. This is what I'm looking forward to. Tatanka pretty much playing standard with the boar. You know, lizard's a little bit of Tatanka's flavor rather than the mole. And turret is fine. I think mine is a little more common, but turret is fine. Arilou. With the best contender, in my opinion, right now as the non-boar deck that is viable. The skunks hopefully will help out in the boar push. Really want to see the boar push from Tatanka, and really want to see how Arilou handles it, if we can get there. Alright, just gotta let this game breathe a little bit. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. I'm trying my best to stick to this Sunday 1 p.m., by the way. Anybody who kind of just follows my channel, yeah, I'm kind of in the weekly habit during the tournament is streaming Sunday 1 p.m. CST. So if you're watching on YouTube or something, you can catch me live on Twitch during that time. I've got a couple commitments on Sundays. I'm actually going to see some family in Iowa next weekend, but I think I'll be back in time. Well, I'm not going to be back in time for the 1 p.m., but I'll probably be doing like an evening stream next week. And then later on in the month, I'm going to go see my favorite band, Porcupine Tree, play in Denver, Colorado. So I'm really excited about that. And I will be traveling on Sunday. I'm actually hyped. They're kind of an older prog rock band. I didn't think they'd ever really tour again, but they got together for a new album, so I was like, man, I gotta see them. You know, they might not ever do another USA tour, so I'm really hyped. I was able to scrounge up some bucks and fund the trip. Here we go. Arilou coming in with a mole push, trying to punish Tatanka's second base greed. Will it be enough though? Tatanka gets the turret out. The mole's just now able to get on top of it. Gonna clean it up pretty quickly. And look at this. Tatanka's holding this quite nicely. Keep in mind, Arilou does have his own second base, but only one farm on it. Okay, now Arilou's starting to pierce through, get a little bit of damage on. Gets a Warren. I think he's looking for a little more damage than that. Trying to get ready for round number 2 here. That one squirrel gave it away, though. And Tatanka is able to build a turret. And trying to get this mole, or this mill is Arilou, and the moles will take it down. This kind of second base attack is very powerful right now, both because the moles are pretty jacked, and because the mills spawn with low HP at the moment and build up HP over time. Arilou's not done yet, though. Gonna continue moving forward. And starting to slam through. And Tatanka's in hot water. Since Arilou does have a second base behind this, he's done a monumental amount of damage. He could even go home if he wanted, but it looks like he's going to try to end the game here. Cam's on the way for Tatanka. Might be a little too greedy. Yeah, I don't think the Cam's going to be out in time. Actually, one might be out barely in time. More and more turrets coming in. Tatanka forced to sell off all the squirrels, but so many moles don't care about turrets at all. Just gonna boof those things down. GG, Arilou with the mole push in game number 3. Puts a point on the board. Sadly, no wolf skunk versus boar for my own purposes. Alright, game number 4. Over on the right-hand side, Tatanka. Over at the bottom, Arilou. Fresh off a win. Same decks from both sides. Tatanka gonna flex over to the mine. I like the mine better personally. I think it is better against moles. Turrets just kind of get beat down by moles pretty fast. I've heard a few different players make the argument turrets can be used in squirrel mole pushes, but generally doesn't work out very well. Turrets are really weird because they have such a high value ceiling. If you happen to get that, like, sweet money spot for them, you know, where they're just railing the entire time. They do a lot of DPS. So if you can place it correctly, you can protect it. It can be pretty awesome, but normally that's easier said than done. Especially against moles who crit those turrets down in just a couple hits. 8 farms from both sides. And yeah, gotta let this game get going a bit. Definitely a better map for Tatanka here. 2 bases up on the high ground. Can't really complain about that. This one base is like right on the edge of the high ground, which is a bit rough for Tatanka. There's not that single tile to help build some mines here. Could always put the mines on the low ground, or that one spot is really nice for a mine. Fast cams from both sides. 8 farm, single warren into cam is going to be what the doctor ordered here. And second bases would be expected soon. Tatanka, Greed Lord. Double cam opener. Love to see it. Arilou gonna follow suit though. And since Arilou did scout it fast enough, Tatanka's not gonna have much of a tempo advantage. Arilou's cams are gonna pretty much be out in time by the time Tatanka's cams get here. Still no second base from either side. Bit of an awkward second base situation for Arilou. Ooh, Cam rallied up. Hey, gets a mine for free though. That's cash money. Arilou, I don't know. What, this 3 o'clock maybe is probably his best base? It's going to be hard for Tatanka to scout that. And if Arilou kind of just controls this area, lizards can't really run by. I don't know. I really don't like this base. Or are we just going to one base grind it down? We do see that happen sometimes. I don't think Arilou is probably going to be the one to expand. I'm sure right as I say that I'm going to get Caster Curse and he's going to expand. But the mills aren't great for Arilou, so Arilou's probably more willing to play a one-base game. I think if Tatanka decides to take this mill, then Arilou will follow suit and take his own mill. Ooh, or is he going to take the 12 o'clock? No, alright. He was just looking around. I love this cam position. Tatanka goes to take this mill, and it just immediately gets doofed down by the cams. Really smart play there from Arilou. Bit risky, but not too bad. So yeah, I think Arilou really doesn't have an incentive to take a second base here. But we're kind of stuck in cam chicken now. Both players are really scared. If they expand, they're going to be the ones stuck 120, 180 food outside of the army. And that's all it takes. In a lot of situations sometimes. All right. Tatanka does sneak a mill onto the map. A meal. I'm hungry. I said meal. Love that ninja base from Tatanka. Big investment on it. Oh my god, Arilou with the follow-up scout. I think he's into... Oh no, oh no, oh no, Arilou, get those cams out of there. Whew. Alright, Tatanka moving out, and Arilou should have more. As long as he's kind of separated right now. This is a bit of a bluff from Tatanka. That was smart from Tatanka, though. He prevented Meek from getting the scout on the second base. Meek still doesn't know what's going on. Doing a little bit of minesweeping here is Meek. And Meek needs to push. Oh my god, so many mines coming up. Meek's aware of them. I would just run the moles up there to take the mine hits. Some pre-gas going on. Great pre-gas. Oh! Oh my god, those skunks get murdered. The gas remains though, and all these cams are fighting for tiles. But Arilou is going to push through. Tatanka a little bit too greedy. 300 food in mills and farms. Man, Arilou just crushed that fight. Wasn't even close. GG. And that puts us to the hype match here. Going to game number 5. Let's get into it. Tatanka versus Arilou. Match number 5. Spawning in the right, we have Tatanka, and over on the left, Arilou. And good map for match point. Pretty balanced. Slight favorite at Tatanka, but fourth bases don't matter. You know, both players have 3 base up here on the high ground, a little bit of no man's land in the middle. This is especially nice though, because Tatanka has turrets. Arilou with that classic mole shenaniganery. And yeah. Needs to be careful though as Arilou. Would hate to see this hype match go down to a 5-farm double. Needs to get home and build those warrens. I like the mole because he realizes he doesn't have time. The lizards are on the way. These lizards will get something done. But Arilou needs to defend as best he can. Actually, one mole gets out, so that might be enough to body block. And yeah, good defense from Arilou. Moles showing their great utility. Able to get out in time to stop that rush. And Tatanka's got a full set of 6. So he's going to run around and see if he can find the right angle. And Tatanka with some due diligence there. I like that he didn't overcommit and just run in. Ooh, Arilou saw the cell though. Oh man, you Premier players, you keep doing this. Arilou knows Tatanka just sold the Warren. He knows he's got this moment where he's got more. These moles don't care about the turret. They ate that turret for breakfast. Oh my god. That's it! GG! Because Tatanka was greedy and sold. It wasn't even the fact that he sold the Warren, it was the fact that Arilou immediately saw that he sold the Warren because he saw the lizards disappear. So, GG, Arilou takes the set